The Vault is a horror heist movie that has a really interesting concept and is directed and written by Dan Bush, and it just doesn't quite hit the mark that I wanted it to.
No, it's a private vault. Antiquated. It's off the grid.
So it stars an underutilized James Franco and Taryn Manning and Francesca Eastwood. The one was from Orange is the New Black. And they play sisters, which are helping out their brother, Scott Hayes. And they have to rob a bank because one of them's in debt or something, and they need to go with his gang and rob a bank. And the intro is cool. Like, I mean, there's all these people going to different spots in the bank, and it doesn't really make exact sense because one person is like doing a job interview, and the guy's like, "Oh, I really like you. I'm going to hire you." They're like, "Oh, never mind. You're a robber." And it's like, you probably don't want to stick in his mind that much if you're going to rob the place. But, you know, it's kind of cool, but you don't know, like, who might be the actual thieves, who might be, like, not, you know, a normal person or cop, and you get that, something that's kind of cool. And then, once you get into it, it's pretty, like, cool. It's kind of creepy at first, until the director does all these kind of goofy camera tricks and kind of ruins it. Because, you know, because the idea is that they're going to rob a bank, but the bank only has like 70 grand. And James Franco comes out and is like, "Whoa, there's the vault in the basement that has all their money, millions of dollars." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that doesn't sound creepy at all. I'm going to go down there and open it." Of course, it turns out that in the 80s, there was this horrible bank robbery where everyone was murdered, and now they haunt the basement. And it's pretty cool, like, when the guy's opening the vault, the ones, like, he's, vault cracking, and then, like, they have a camera watching him, and he kind of looks and he sees someone just watching him, you know, down the hall, and they're watching the camera, and, like, who's he talking to? They can't see anyone in the camera, and then, like, every time he looks back up, there's more people surrounding him, and more people, and it's a really cool scene, but then, like, they do the things like where there's like video glitches, and they make it dark so you can't see anything, and then like they have like, oh, like a jump scare when the main bad guy is there. And the main guy, his design is just goofy. It's like, you know, like a blank face, like a mask you see in all sorts of like thriller films. And they just, if you're going to have this main guy try to be scary, he should have been more interesting. And the other people, they look almost human but different, but then whenever they start to do the jump scare, like attacking people, they look like zombies. And it's like, it's kind of, I mean, I wish I was more original with it. And there's some cool stuff because, like, it seems like all the ghosts are only in their minds. Like, instead of killing people, they make them kill themselves. And they do a lot of fun stuff with that. But then, like, towards the end, a lot of stuff goes down. And some of the stuff is cool, and some of the stuff is kind of goofy. But they kind of break their own rules at a certain point. And it sucks because there's a lot of cool stuff about it. But, you know, I wish that the ending kind of really failed for me. Like, I could get past, like, some of the jump scares and some of the goofy camera things they do. Like, it's much better when it's creepy. When a movie is that creepy, I think it's much better instead of trying to do jump scares the whole movie. And they have some creepy moments, but then every creepy moment had to end in a jump scare. And it's like, it's not even a good jump scare. It's just like, whatever. But to talk about my biggest problem with the end and how I would have changed it, I do have to spoil it, like, fully. Because, like, I give it like a 7 out of 10 or something like that. But to spoil it, when it gets to the end, it's revealed that I kept thinking James Franco had been the guy behind the mask. Like, either that he never died and he's still, like, at the place where all the spirits were killed, or that he was the person that did all the killing, and he would take the mask off and show himself. But, like, no, it's just he was the first victim of the place. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess that's okay. Like, he didn't really do anything. It seemed like the whole time his character was kind of creepy, but it didn't really do enough with him. Like, I would much better if he was like the bad guy or something. And they also have a thing where they, like, the two sisters escape and they meet up and they're like, oh, you got the money? Yeah, we're okay, we're good. And like, oh no, our car doesn't work. Oh no, the guy in the mask ghost is behind me and we're all gonna die anyway. And it's like, that breaks the rules of the film, because up until, I mean, the ghost was located in the basement of the bank. But somehow it was able to follow them out. And then also the whole thing, like, the ghosts never killed anyone. It was the people that killed themselves, like, from what the ghost was doing. And the look when they come up, like, the ghost just like grabbed her, like, argh. And I think they would have been much cooler to end it, but like, there's already some tension between the two sisters, and they already did some cool things with, like, with the money they found in the vault or around the vault was all from the 1980s, like the same year. So I thought it'd be cool if they took all the bag full of money out, they opened it up, and it was empty. Like, the money was all in their mind, and then they start arguing and they kill each other. Because the ghost is kind of doing that, even though he's not there anymore, he kind of did enough to make them kill themselves by shooting each other. And they could have even done stuff like, other things like with that would have been a lot cooler. And it's just like, it feels like it's a big plot twist. Like, they think it's a big plot twist when James Franco is like, oh, I was a ghost the whole time. And it's like, yeah, I knew you were a ghost, but I thought you were a different ghost. And I wish they would have done more with that. But overall, it's not a bad film. I enjoyed it. It just, I wish it didn't do like the camera tricks and all the jump scares, and they just left it to be more creepy, because those were the best moments of the film. And the bank heist moments were cool too. And I normally see a combination of a bank heist and a horror film, and parts of it I really enjoyed. I just wish that it would have delivered it better than it did. But thanks for watching, and check out other video playlists around my head, or subscribe to me over here. Thanks.